Welcome back to the vlog. I went shopping and I got a few things, as you can probably see. These are a few things that will be essential to my preparation for the upcoming Ignite season, which starts in 3 months. Because the Ignite season starts in 3 months, that means that we have very little time to prepare. So preparations start right now. And so let's walk through a few of these things that I got. First of all, you'll notice this nose. I mentioned in the last video at some point that I would be changing up the livery for this year. And I wanted to keep the front nose piece of my current livery from this year as a memory piece. And so that piece is sitting up there on the wall just as it was when we ended the season. And now I have a new one that I'm going to use this year. Everything else will be reused, and I will get to what we are doing with that later in this video. What will also be reused are these wheels. Now this is my race set of wheels, to be specific, and because they are my race set of wheels, they are very, very scuffed up, and they have a lot of scratches on them. Not a big deal. It happens. However, it is also very easy to fix these scratches and paint them over if you know what you're doing. And so I got a few things that can help us do that. So this is a flat disc. This is a sanding piece that you can put on a Dremel. That is a cat. I will not be using that to build my cart, but I will be using this to sand down the rims of the wheels where there are scratches to make the surface flat and get out all those scratches. And then I will do some wet sanding with these sandpapers to smoothen it out. And then once we are done with that, then we can paint them over either with spray paint or with hand paint. I will more likely keep them black, but I may change my mind, I don't know. And what we have on this side is what we will be doing for the bodywork. This is a heat gun. It is not a hair dryer, but it is a very powerful hair dryer. This will heat up something very much, like stickers, and it will make them very easy to peel off. And so you need these if you're gonna peel stickers off your cart, as you will see later in this video. And then last but not least, I got a few cans of Rust-Oleum Professional High Performance Enamel 15-minute fast dry any angle spray tough enough for industrial Apkin spray paint in 3 different colors, 4 bottles. As you can see, I'm keeping the color combination the same, but yes, I will be painting the cart. That's what we will be doing. The main reason is, A, I want to be a bit more creative, go a bit outside the box, and B, one of the biggest issues that I had with my livery last year is that I had the idea of the silver livery being something that would look all cool and shiny and kind of reminiscent of some of these silver race cars that I'll put up on the screen right now. And it kind of did that, but the silver kind of looked more like a flat gray than it did as silver. And so painting it with an actual silver, which this is actually a stainless steel color, but this will actually make it shine and look like a real silver color that you would see on a real car. And so this is going to make the cart look a lot better. So this will be our base layer, and then we'll have red and black accents like we have this season. That is the aesthetics part of what we are doing today. The other thing that we will be doing today involves the engine. One of the things that I've been told is a good idea to do over the off season is get an engine builder. And so I have to go all the way up north to where my cart is and yank the engine out of my cart, then bring it all the way back here, and then drive another 2 hours and 40 minutes to take it to the engine builder. What I have to do is I have to go up to where the cart's stored, take off the engine, take off the bodywork, take off the stickers, bring it all back down here, and then whenever I have time, I don't know, I take the engine up to the engine builder, leave it there, let the guy do his thing, and then come back, and whenever I'm ready, start doing the work on the bodywork. So, we got a lot of work today. Let's get to work. And we have made it to no man's land. We are back in the middle of nowhere. We have the cart over there in one of those little blue crates. We're gonna go get it, and then we are gonna start working. Today's mission is 1, take the engine out, and 2, take the bodywork off, and then if we have time left over, we might be able to take the stickers off. So that is our task for today. I've got all of my tools in the car here, and it is freezing. So yeah, today's gonna be a fun day. I almost forgot the key for the thing. Number 5. And here it is in all its glory. There is absolutely nothing new about it. It's exactly the same as it was 2 weeks ago. It's just inside of a big crate now. Our mission is, since a cart stand can't really roll over a gap that's that big, is I'm probably gonna have to fetch someone to help me roll the cart out, then put the cart on the ground right here, and then pull the stand down, and then put the cart back up on the stand. So kind of a multi-step process, but gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, I have to sit down.
Well, you can put it to the side.
Okay, mission successful. We have moved the cart from the storage container into the garage right over here. This will be my workstation for right now. So like I said, our first task will be to take the engine out for the engine builder, and then we will start working on the bodywork once we're done with that. So yeah, let's get to work. Also, aside from some new things that'll be happening this year regarding this, there are also some new things that'll be happening this year regarding this. Some of you may have already noticed, most of you probably haven't, but I am actually using a new camera right now. I have a new camera. It's the same lens, it's the same mic, but it is a new camera that I'm filming on. So things may look a little bit different. It'll probably look mostly the same. But I'm hoping I'll be able to get to know this camera a little bit more, maybe be able to use its functions a bit better, get to know it more. That is a huge plus, and the biggest part of it is that it actually has a flip-out screen now, so I can see myself. So the old camera didn't have a flip-out screen, so now I can actually see myself and know that I'm in frame every single time. So this is a huge plus, but that isn't all, and I'll get to that later. But for now, let's do a time lapse starting on the build of the cart. Well, not the build. Taking the engine out. Let's go. Step 1 is actually not going to be taking the engine out. It's going to be draining the engine and the carburetor of all of the fluids that are still sitting inside of it. So I have my oil pan, which is literally just a bread pan. My funnel is in the car, so I have to open up the trunk. So I'm gonna move you guys real quick. Throttle lines, all that stuff, and the fuel line is on there really, really good. So I'm going to be a responsible man and look up how to do it, because I don't want to just try brute force yanking that thing off and then breaking something that I shouldn't be doing. as I've seen, I think I just need to use this. And there we go. We have an engine! Yes! So, just got the engine out. That's good. Last thing we need to do is take the clutch off of the crank, because we do not need the clutch for the engine builder. Everything else can stay. I managed to get the throttle cable out, but leave the actual like slide assembly in there, so that's good. And then the fuel line, yeah, you could literally just yank that off and it'll come off. I wasn't that dumb. So yeah. And then once we're done with that, we'll be on to the bodywork. Once again, a lot more simpler than I thought it'd be. So yeah, let's move on. There you go. And that comes off. Boom. We have an engine. Engine off. Step 1 complete. Okay, engine off. Next step for us is going to be to find some sort of way to put, or find a place to put the engine, first of all. And then, we are going to start working on getting all of the bodywork off. So, unlike what we did last time, where we just took those screws out and took the whole, like, frame rails with them, we are going to be undoing these screws, because all we want to take with us this time are just the plastic pieces. So we're going to take the plastic pieces off, and then we are going to be using a heat gun, which I have in there, to heat up the stickers and peel them off, because what we'll be doing next at home is we will be painting this, and there will be a lot of like cleaning and sanding and all the sorts of stuff that we'll have to do before we're ready for that, but this will be the first step. So take the bodywork off and take the stickers off. That's what we're doing today. Engine's already out. That was the hard part, and the hard part's done. I love how I'm making this like an educational video when I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Okay, bodywork time. Yep, this is my go-kart. I do kart racing down in St. Louis.
Do you?
Yeah. Just don't have a place to put it over the winter, so this is where I keep it. And right now I have to do some work on it. I just took the engine out of it, and now I'm about to take these body panels off of it. So, yeah. If you remember, I think it was after the challenge race. I actually lost one of those screws, and this thing was dragging on the ground after that crash where I kind of like spun and got over the top of someone else. Yeah, these things take a lot of force. That's why I'm still alive. And here is the kart without any bodywork. You ever wondered what a go-kart looks like without any bodywork? Or an engine? This is what it looks like. Kind of looks like the base kart from Mario Kart Tour. We're pretty much done with this for right now. Now I'm going to move on to cleaning some of this stuff up, and then we're going to whip out the heat gun and start working on the stickers. Yeah, cool. Alright, so we have the go-kart. We are done with that. We still have the oil pan over here, which we need to find a place to put that stuff. Here are all of the body panels, isolated from their frame rails. What we are going to do is, if we open up door number 1, back here, we have the heat gun. There's the heat gun. We are going to find a place to plug that in somewhere, I don't know. And then we are going to heat up these panels and then peel off the stickers. Hard part's done. Also got to find a place to put that. Don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, heat gun. Basically a very powerful hand dryer. Hand dryer? Basically a very powerful hair dryer. So just turn this on, should heat up all that, should peel right off. So let's try it. A clean front bumper. We're done. Or at least we're done taking the stickers off. Now what we're probably going to do next, my feet are extremely asleep. This. On this. To get all of the, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but see all this residue that's on here from the stickers? We don't want that on there, especially if we're going to be painting it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this panel and all of the other panels to make sure that they are all ready to be painted. Behold. Bluetooth go-kart. Okay, so, yeah. I kind of sort of ended up cleaning things. It turns out that the goo be gone didn't really work as well as I was hoping it to. So, we're probably gonna just have to find another solution. But regardless, we got done what we wanted to do today. We got the engine out, and we got the bodywork off, and the stickers off. So, that's all we needed to do for today. Yeah, let's go home. The final task. Will it all fit in the car? Huzzah, it works. Behold, I now have half of my cart living in my house, and my cart is basically just a rolling chassis with no wheels. But we have the things we need. Engine. It is out. It is here. I'm going to take it to the engine builder on Saturday. All of the bodywork is also here. One of the main problems is bodywork looks like this, and it's supposed to look like this. As you probably saw in the Missouri segment, I'm in Missouri. As you probably saw in the other place segment, the goo gun didn't really work because I didn't use it right. So I need to go over this again with the goo gun, get all this goo off the bumper, and then clean it thoroughly so that it looks like this. And not just that one, all of these need to be cleaned. All of these are nasty and gunky, and I need to do better. So, let's go find some Goo Gun. Goo Gun Extreme Remover and a tarp. Okay, so here is how this is going to work, according to my very careful calculations. Here, we have a silicone brush that I stole from my kitchen. And here we have a bowl of the Goo Gun. And we are going to paint it like we would be painting a painting. And so we are just going to take this, and then we just start rubbing it on the panel. Okay, I've covered the bodywork to the best of my ability with the substance, at least to the best of my ability with this brush. And so I was told I need to wait 15 minutes for this stuff to sort of sit and do its job. And then once we're done with that, we'll get some hot water and a rag and start wiping. Okay, it has been more than 15 minutes, probably more like 30 minutes. I had dinner. This has had some time to cure, so hopefully with this rag and this bucket of hot water, all of the goo will be gone. And just like that, all of the bodywork has been cleaned. I did lots of goo begonning and Windexing, and I got pretty much everything off. All the panels look nice and shiny now, like this front bumper. This looked really skanky earlier, now it looks good. But most importantly, they're clean, they're smooth, they are ready to be painted. Okay, remember earlier in the video when I was talking about some camera stuff and I said that that wasn't all? Well, there's a little bit more involving this thing. This is a GoPro Hero 1. I've had this thing for almost 7 years. This is the same camera that I used to film my first video 7 years ago. And it is also the same camera that I used to film all of my Ignite races last year. It is an absolute tank. It is an amazing camera. It's durable. It's indestructible. It's also a bit old and a bit outdated by today's standards. It doesn't even have a screen. It's about due for an upgrade. And an upgrade is exactly what I got. This is a brand new GoPro Hero 11 Black. This is the latest and greatest GoPro Hero model. It has 2 screens, and most importantly, it has a stability feature, which is very important if you're filming on something like a moving object, like a go-kart. And so having this stability feature that this camera has will prevent a lot of the shaky footage that we saw last year, especially in that last video where I had the camera mounted on the cart. This, along with me tightening my bodywork, will help reduce the shakiness a lot, as I shall now demonstrate with this thing. This. I found a friend. We have a little kitty cat here. Say hi! I have no idea who you are, but you're very sweet. We are off to my Gadberries. Big sign. Okay, we just finished up at Mike Gadberry's place. I didn't film it just because I wanted to get to know him a little bit. But we got the engine there. He's got it in line. He's a super cool guy, and he runs a very impressive business. I guess if you're in the St. Louis, Springfield, Quincy area, and you're looking to get a Briggs 206 engine built, he's your guy. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end off this video. This is not the end of the season prep process, but it's all we're doing for today. I got my KFC. I'm having my lunch before I have to drive another 2 hours to get home. So, hooray for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.